Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up the 2 before he's forced out of bounds. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
A lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Makes the grab. It's Wilson. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Back to throw. It's Flagway. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
They want to run this quarterback. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. LSU right back to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Time to take a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Oh, they're after him. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Got a man. It's Livingston. Oh, a lot of space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Ball. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Rushes on him. And down he goes back at the 3. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it along the sideline. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And they swarm him under. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Direct snap. It's Hawkins. They reached into the bag of tricks on third down, and it did not work. Almost certainly time for just one more play, so why not give it a go on fourth down? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pressure coming. Looking to scramble. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Nussmeier. The throw. Got his man to the left. Got a little space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. With jet sweep pass. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. LSU quick to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man quickly. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The sure hands, it's Wilson. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Going to try to get it himself. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. To the air, it's Flagway. Here's a heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Hansen. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. With the catch, it's Jackson. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Keeps it going. Scrambling away. Throwing right. Pulls it in. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be 1st down, goal to go. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Trying to barrel in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. As the offense gets ready to run out the clock, take the play clock all the way down to a fraction of a second. Do not give the defense a single millisecond. A strike downfield. All kinds of room to the right. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Makes the catch, it's Jackson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he used that spin move to put him in the spin cycle and gain extra yardage. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. Gets away from one, finds room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Going up top again. Here comes the heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Back to pass on second down. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Yeah, and that's really, really good coverage. Defense had him blanketed, but this is a time in the game, Jesse, you're down. Offense, you got to make some plays. You probably got to start trusting some guys.
Yeah, because you know the coverage is going to be really, really tight. So nice job there by the target with strong hands through the catch, making a play for his QB.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket.
Turning it on! Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. The Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Their way in. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Buys a little extra time. Throws to the tight end. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been a lot of TD so far. But when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's
intercepted. The defense has set him up.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
This offense has it with really good field position. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Looking to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. It's caught. They want a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's